Tonight, Action News JAX investigates a possible COVID-19 vaccine side effect that thousands of people are complaining about.
As Action News JAX' Ben Becker reports, one local mother is still searching for answers.
Dr. Imbal Cohen-Rasner is an award-winning composer, mother of two, and radiologist who's used to making diagnoses, not receiving them.
How scary is it?
I was devastated.
Cohen-Rasner says in September she was diagnosed in both ears with sudden sensory neural hearing loss. It was about a week after receiving the Moderna booster shot, following a short bout with the common cold.
Most of the doctors think it was viral or autoimmune.
What do you think?
I don't know yet. I started not to hear my kids, my husband.
At first, were you hearing buzzing?
Yes, I could hear this kind of the whole kind of frequently during the day, during the night. I couldn't go to sleep.
That buzzing and hissing led to a condition called tinnitus. Although tinnitus is perceived in the ears, it's actually produced in the brain. When there's damage to the sensory cells inside your ears, the brain tries to adapt by causing the illusion of sound.
Ultimately, if you have tinnitus, it can lead to hearing loss.
Dr. Michelle Aquino is Action News JAX medical expert who regularly works with COVID patients at Baptist. Tinnitus can be caused by a variety of factors, including a head injury, sinus congestion, stress, anxiety, high blood pressure, or an autoimmune disease. But she says the jury is still out if it's tied to COVID-19 vaccines.
Just because we see something that occurs after the vaccinations, we cannot always say it happens because of the vaccine. That's key. Everyone needs to remember that.
According to the government's Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System, or VAERS, there have been about 12,000 reports of tinnitus related to COVID vaccines. That's out of 226 million Americans who have received at least one dose, working out to one case for every 19,000 people. The CDC does emphasize VAERS reports alone generally cannot be used to determine if a vaccine caused or contributed to an adverse event or illness. Some reports may contain information that is incomplete, inaccurate, coincidental, or unverifiable. I emailed Moderna, as well as Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson, to ask about any possible links between their vaccines and tinnitus. Moderna, which is what Cohen-Rasner took, never responded to my numerous requests for comment. Pfizer told me tinnitus cases have been reviewed. However, no causal link has been established. And as for Johnson & Johnson, it said, tinnitus was identified as an adverse event in our Phase 3 Ensemble clinical trial, adding it has been added to the post-authorization experience. And in August, both the FDA and the European Medicines Agency added tinnitus as a possible side effect to the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. As for Cohen-Rasner, she's not anti-vax, but just wants to hit the right note by raising awareness and making the best choices for herself and her family.
How hopeful are you that you'll get all of your hearing back?
I'm not a fortune teller.
Would you get Moderna again?
No. I'm scared. If my kids need to take the vaccine, I will look for Pfizer. I will not take Moderna.
Now, the good news, medication has helped Cohen-Rasner regain 80% of her hearing. Now, regulators maintain there's no causal relationship between tinnitus and the Moderna vaccine, which Cohen-Rasner took. Remember, just because tinnitus could be a side effect of certain vaccines, experts say that doesn't mean vaccines are unsafe. Now, if you're noticing any side effects from a vaccine, we posted the government link to report it on actionnewsjax.com. Ben Becker, CBS 47, Fox 30, Action News JAX.